Hello, my fellow subjects of the internet out there. This is the Aromantic Shipper back again with yet another video. So, the Owl House has finally come to an end, and I certainly have some thoughts I wanted to share about the finale of the series that should hopefully be out in another video next week. Might be a little spicy, just want to prepare everyone. But since I'm a little short on time right now with the exams coming up, I thought I'd put out a shorter video talking about the Owl House Season 1 finale, Young Blood, Old Souls. Now, you saw the video title. You know I'm going to be trying my hand at rewriting it. So what bothers me about this finale in the first place? Well, it's actually not what a lot of other people complain about. See, a bunch of people seem to take issue with Lilith's characterization, claiming that her going against the Emperor and helping Luce is just way too drastic and out of character, especially considering her behavior in the last episode where she just straight up threw Luce off of a ledge. However, I wholeheartedly disagree. The driving motivation behind all of Lilith's actions in the last 2 episodes of Season 1 is the care that she has for her sister Ida, and everything she does is completely consistent with that. Of course, she immediately turns around and betrays Belos because the only reason she captured Ida for him in the first place was because he said that he would heal her curse. But then he reveals that he's a lying asshole. And it's here, right here, where my problem with the season finale comes in. The way Belos acts towards Lilith Clawthorne in the episode does not make much sense for 2 reasons. The first is that Belos should be smarter than this. He's supposed to be a devious, cunning manipulator. That's how he was able to get into the position of Emperor. And yet, after promising Lilith that if she served him faithfully, he would heal her sister, he just flat out refuses, saying, "Oh, don't be so naive. This is the Titan's will." Philip, my dude, how did you think you were going to get away with this? You just revealed to your top enforcer that you were completely untrustworthy. The second problem with the way that Belos acts in Young Blood, Old Souls is that after Lilith does betray him, he puts her in the same cage with her sister to be petrified in response. The reason this doesn't make much sense is because Belos knows that Lilith goes back in time with Luce later on to help his past self find the Collector. Killing her would prevent that from happening and mess with the timeline, so why would he do something like that? So yeah, now that I have laid out my 2 issues with how Emperor Belos is portrayed in Young Blood, Old Souls, how would I go about fixing them? Well, after Lilith brings Ida to the Emperor's palace, Lilith of course asks Belos to heal her. Belos responds, "Of course I will. Those who serve me faithfully will be rewarded. It will be fairly simple. All Ida must do is accept my Coven Sigil. The Coven Sigils ward off wild magic. That's the whole point of why I created them. It's the only way to heal the curse." "There is no way I will ever join a coven, you tyrant," responds Ida. "Sister, please, see reason. We can finally be in the Emperor's coven together just like we always dreamed of," Lilith says. Belos interrupts. "You think Ida will be in the Emperor's coven? Of course not. She will be given a potion coven sigil." "But you promised," says Lilith. Belos responds, "I promised that Ida's curse would be healed. I said nothing about letting her join the Emperor's coven. That was a ridiculous fantasy you concocted in your head. Don't be so naive, Lilith. Did you really think I would let the Boiling Isle's most notorious degenerate join my elite force? As a potions maker, she will be able to contribute to society with her magic just like everyone else. It's more than she deserves. Understand, this is a mercy, a courtesy for you, my dear, for your years of loyal service to me. I know what it's like to lose a beloved sibling." Ida snaps. "That's what you call courtesy, huh? Even if your stupid Coven Sigil really could heal my curse, which I doubt, I would rather my mind be corrupted by the Owl Beast forever. You just want to control me, neuter me, so you can tighten your grip over the Isles." Huh, what a shame. "I'm sorry, Lilith, but I can't help people who don't want to be helped," Belos says. "She's just being resistant. I can get her to change her mind. You'll see, my lord." "Try if you must, but know her mind will not stay clear forever. Without the Coven Sigil, she will become feral and dangerous. If you can't convince her within 24 hours, she will unfortunately have to meet the fate of those who trifle with wild magic. petrification. As the episode goes on, Lilith tries to get Ida to just take the deal, but Ida rejects any attempt to move her. Thus, with Ida about to be petrified, even though Lilith still trusts Belos and doesn't want to betray him, she can't just sit back and watch Ida die. Thus, she goes to Luz for help in saving her sister. However, Lilith is found out and captured by Belos, but is not sent into Ida's cage to be petrified with her. After Belos lets Luz and Ida go, Belos confronts Lilith. "Please, my lord, have mercy. I know what I did was wrong, but I only did it because I couldn't bear to let my sister die," says Lilith. Belos responds, "This behavior is incredibly disappointing. Treason has consequences, but I suppose I will have mercy. Your life, as Ida's was, will be spared. However, you are hereby banished from the Emperor's coven forever. You will lose your staff, be revoked of all status and privileges, with your position being given to the Golden Guard. And understand something. If an incident like this ever does happen again, I will have no more mercy to spare. Now get out." Lilith is incredibly distraught about her banishment, considering she worked her entire life to be able to lead the Emperor's coven. However, the first thing she does after leaving is to go find Luz and Ida. Lilith explains that she can use a spell to transfer Ida's curse to herself, and her own coven sigil will be able to cure it. However, when she tries to do so, she is overtaken by the curse. So Ida intervenes, and the two Clothren sisters instead share the curse between themselves. It is here where Lilith realizes for herself that Belos was lying to her, and the coven sigil was never able to heal the curse, which makes her begin to distrust him. So yeah, that is the end of my rewrite for this episode. With my alterations, Belos acts a lot more intelligently. He says that he will heal Ida's curse, but says that Ida needs to accept his help first, thus putting the responsibility on her instead of himself. And since he knows that Ida would never accept submitting to his authority just to be able to do potions for the rest of her life, Belos can tell Lilith, "Look, it's out of my hands. I would heal her, but she doesn't want to be healed." He also never tries to kill Lilith because he knows that she still needs to go back in time with Luz to help him find the Collector. And due to that, Belos comes off as a more reasonable ruler who doesn't just try to kill people willy-nilly, which would fool many in the audience into believing that there might be some redeeming aspects to him, when in reality he is just a complete monster. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my rewrite. Hopefully next Sunday I will be out with a video talking about the Owl House series finale, Watching and Dreaming. But until then, like, share, comment, subscribe. This has been the Aromantic Shipper, and as always, just because you can't feel loved doesn't mean you shouldn't want other people to. Bye!